Wonder Woman 778. That's right, folks. We're back in this really fast-paced book. I think in particular this issue moves really fast because we cover a lot of ground in this issue. We go to a lot of places, and all of them are pretty cool. One of the other things that made this book stand out to me, Travis Moore's back. That's right. I loved his artwork from the beginning. Seeing it again is really great, and I'm just really happy he's back in this book. It looks great. It's really fun. Let's get into this book. So we ended last thing. We saw Janus. I thought Janus killed Deadman. She didn't kill Deadman. She just kidnapped him, took him somewhere, and we're tracking him down. And that's pretty much all this book is just tracking down where Deadman and Janus are going. We're in some weird glowing place. We don't really know where we are. We realize that we are in the Phantom Zone because this weird character whose name is, Zadu. He's like our gatekeeper. He's like, what are you doing in here? People don't come to here. But I saw a portal open up with a girl that looks like you. I'm going to go through it and go to Earth, and I'm going to kill Superman. And Diana's like, I don't got time for this. So they just kind of attack this guy, and we see that this big creature who is the gatekeeper, the soul thing, the biggest being of the Phantom Zone. His name is Ether. He shows up. He's like, Zadu, what are you doing? These people don't belong here, and they're clearly trying to stop the threat of the person that broke in. So put them down. I'm gonna deal with you. Why don't you little kids get out of here? So Ziggy, Diana, and Ratatusk are just able to leave. They go through the portal again, and they end up in a weird-looking Gotham City. And Diana's like, this looks vaguely familiar, but different somehow. There's a pile of rubble, and it looks like somebody's stuck inside of it. So they go to lift up this rubble, and they get this concrete out, and they find someone underneath it. And the being they find underneath it is none other than Batmite. And he's like, oh my goodness, it's Wonder Woman? Oh, it's awesome. I could be Batman's sidekick now. I'm one step closer. This is awesome. It's me, Batmite. I heard sirens. We should go find this thing. I'm the world's greatest detective. Let's go find this person who is in here. And Mixie shows up. McSpitlick shows up, and he's like, we got the situation underhand. He's on the back of a fire truck. He's shooting the hose at everyone. He gets Diana and Ziggy wet, and they're just like, knock it off. Where is Janus? He's like, oh yeah, this way. Come on, let's go do it. And we see that Batmite tries to take over the lead. And along the way, of course, they stop to do classic Batman poses. We got stuff from the animated series pose with the lightning striking behind them. He says, Batmite returns, Batmite forever. This is my dawn of justice. I love it. So they find Janus, and she's got Deadman. She's like, oh, there you guys are. This is a bad thing. You're gonna die now, Diana. Watch this. I will end it all. And we see that Batmite comes in for the save, but we see also that Janus escapes into another portal. Where are they going? Who's to say? Our other people show up, and Diana's like, well, thank you, Batmite. You really helped out here. And it was really nice to see that. It's yeah, I love Mixie and Batmite. I think they're just fun characters. But as they leave, we see another person show up. It's Suffering Sappho, and we see that it is, of course, Wondermite, and she's here to help. And we get the classic line from BVS. She with you? I thought she was with you. It's great. I think my favorite thing about this is that Mixie is obviously the Superman one, but he's just an old guy. I love it. It's so funny. So we realize that we end up in a new location, and that, of course, is Gem World. We're covering all the bases of the things in DC that we know exist, but nobody really plays with. The fifth dimension, we're there. We're in the Phantom Zone. Now we're in Gem World. Gem World, Amethyst had a book recently. I haven't read it all, but good for her getting a book in this economy. Pretty impressive. So Diana tries to talk sense into Janus, just kind of you are making the same mistakes of the past that is going to be your downfall. We have to learn and move on and do something that isn't what you're doing now, because you're making the same mistakes you've made before, and you will fail because of it. It's just kind of trying to appease to her senses. And Diana is like, look, I can actually help you figure this all out. If you reconnect with your other half, we make everything whole again. We can get you back to Olympus, and it could actually work. But it's kind of working. Janus still decides to go the back route. They fall through another portal, and it's just okay, Deadman's awake. He's not dead. I thought he was dead, but he's awake now. They go through another portal. They almost talk sense into Janus. And now they end up in prehistory, which is just a new place, and it's really awesome. It's just the dinosaur era. They have great outfits. Again, it's perfect. Every time they go to a new place, they get cool outfits. It's just Siggy in a loincloth, and it's just Diana in a loincloth. It's awesome. And Siggy's like, this place might be my favorite one we went to yet. I actually love it here. Then they're attacked by giant bees. Diana saves them, and they go through some fire to figure everything out. They're like, okay, they're at the end of the portal. We can't make it there in time, so it's up to Diana to get there on her own. And as she's doing that, we realize that the mysterious narrator throughout most of the book was actually Siegfried. And he's like, just seeing her do that stuff, like, she's the most incredible person I ever met. I can't imagine what she's been through and what she does. And I'm just like, she inspired me to strive for more. And we try to reach her, but we can't make it through the portal. So Siegfried and Radtusk are stuck in the prehistoric era when Diana makes it through the last portal. And she thinks she's in the end. It's a white faded background. It's in black and white. She's talking to herself like, did I accomplish it? Did I actually save the multiverse? Like, I did what I was set out to do since death metal. I finally reached the end of this journey, and this is what awaits me? Or did I fail this? Did I fail my mission? And she's like, no, I didn't fail it. I'm still here. I'm still alive. And she summons her sword. She's like, Janus, you're here somewhere. Wherever you are, I understand what's going on in this situation. I'm your fate. I'm going to kill you. Where are you? What are you doing? And this is the moment that I thought we got earlier on in the series. And of course, in this moment, we see that Deadman has been killed. Literally this time, they killed the Deadman. The Deadman has died. And Janus is like, welcome to the future, Diana. I moved on to the next step. That thing you said to do. Don't make the mistakes of the past. I killed him. What up, girl? We're doing it. We're doing it old school here. That's where this book ends. Of course, like with every issue, we get a backup with a young Diana. Not a story I've been reading because I just don't think it's that appealing to some people. I mean, it looks good. It feels good. I recommend checking it out if you guys are interested in that. It's definitely part of the book, but I don't think this audience cares too much for it. But I really enjoyed this issue. I think if we're going through all these different places, having a fun time, yeah, let's see some weird stuff, you know? Let's go to the fifth dimension and see Mixie and Batmite. That's really exciting. Let's go to the Phantom Zone. It all works so good because Travis Moore's art, it just looks spectacular. And then one of the things I like about this current crop of stories in this is that, the first arc of this book, it was very, like, pink and purple and orange. We're moving to more like greens and teals and blues in this part and a bunch of harsh reds, and it looks really cool. This issue was very fun, and I enjoyed myself reading it. We still haven't got to like the actual fight between Diana and Janus. It feels like we're building up to that, but going to all these different places and seeing Diana and Siggy in all these different outfits, it looks really cool. Somebody make some action figures of these things because they are awesome. I really like Siegfried. I know some people might be more like, why isn't this Steve Trevor? Well, Siggy's fun. He's a cool character. We should respect him and like him because he's worth it. He's really fun. So an interesting book. I'm enjoying it a lot, and it's just great to kind of be back into like excited for this book. I've liked the last issues, but now I'm like, let's keep going. The momentum's building up. Let's see what you got. So Wonder Woman issue 778, I'm going to give a 9 out of 10. Now, thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.